From K-Duff Vintage. We sell vintage clothing and accessories on Etsy. A couple of weeks ago, we decided to change the format of our photographs, and this is exactly what we did. I'll show you so in the thumbnail, we wanted to make sure people could see the details of what we had, as well as the entire product. So we wanted to make sure somebody could see the gorgeous pleats on the bottom of a skirt or the sparkles in a dress, but also see that it is a skirt or that it is a dress. So what we did was we have this here. So we have a zoomed in section of this dress here as well as the full photo of the dress. So this is what it looks like in my shop, and I think the fact that everything is uniform really helps with your branding. So this is what we have. This is what our shop ends up looking like. Everything is the same, everything is uniform. And I'll show you again what the final product is. This would be your final product right here. This is what we're going to be making today in this tutorial. And again, this is what it looks like here. If we wanted to search, I guess I could go up into here and I could type in spring dress if you want to see how it appears in the search engine. Here we go. Okay, this one is mine. It really stands out apart from the others because you could see it's really the white background even with the watermarking. It's the white background, it's the zoomed in photo, and then people would be attracted to that, but then they could also see what it is, which I think entices them to click on it. So other people do different things. Some people have more similar things, but I really like the white background. I like the simplicity of it. I like the fact that people can see exactly what we need them to see. And then we can click on this and I could show you exactly what it looks like in my listing. This is what I do. So this would be the first photo because it works with the thumbnail. And then we select over and then I do it the same. I like everything to look uniform. So that's exactly what I did. I did these photos exactly the same. And then I did my measurements as well. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to be working with this piece, which I've already done, but I think it's a simple piece to show you exactly what needs to be done. So this is going to be your final outcome. First, what I need you to do is download the free trial of Adobe Photoshop Elements. It's a 30-day free trial, which is exactly what I downloaded and was plenty of time to switch all of our products over to this new format of photos. If you already have Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, that would work also because it's a very, very similar program, but Adobe Photoshop Elements is much cheaper. After you download this and you get all of that situated, you're going to open the program. I already have my watermark selected just so I don't have to open it at a later date. But what I need you to do is I need you to go to File, New, and open a blank file. Okay, here we go. Here is the new blank file. And down here, make sure that Pixels is selected here and Pixels is selected here. The size we're going to be using is 1500 by 1214. That's the size I use for my photos, and I think it works really well with the thumbnail that Etsy gives its viewers. So after you have 1500 by 1214 selected, I want you to go over here and I want you to hit OK. There we go. And the next step I want us to do, I want us to move over here to the toolbar and select the Paint Bucket tool right here. Make sure that the top layer here is white, and I want you to click in here. It just makes it a little more simple if we know that we have the white background there already. So the next thing I want you to do, we're going to set this image aside for a little while. I want you to open your product photo. Now there's two different ways you can open your product photo. The first way to do it is you can go to your product photo, you can right click and you can copy. And then you would come back into the Photoshop Elements and you would hit File, New, Image from Clipboard. I don't have anything selected, but you would be able to do that. That would be clickable for you. So another way to open your product photo is by going to File and then Open, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to open and click and open my product photo. Here we go. So the next step after you have your product photo opened, I want you to make sure you see this layer toolbar here. If you don't see it, it should be around here and you should have layers selected. So the next thing I want you to do, I want you to right click on this layer. So put your mouse over here and right click. And then an option that we have is layer from background. And we're going to do that, and default it's going to say layer 0. I want everybody to keep it as layer 0 so that when I refer to layer 0, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we want to hit layer 0 and we want to hit OK. So now it's no longer a background photo, it is a layer. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to select this right here, create a new layer. I want you to grab this layer, I want you to drag it down underneath layer 0. So we have layer 1 underneath layer 0. So we have layer 1 selected. We want to go again, make sure it's selected. We want to go again to the paintbrush tool. And we want to make sure it's selected on white, and we want to click in the background. You're not going to be able to see the difference here, but if you look here, you'll see it's no longer just nothing. It's now a white layer like we did in the other one. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to select layer 0 again. Alright, so this is where it gets just a little tricky. There's 3 different ways to do this. The first way I'm going to show you, I think, is the easiest way for this to be done. But it doesn't always work with different things. It depends on how much different your product is from the background.